also potentially launching strikes in Mexico or putting American troops or American personnel into Mexico to deal with the...
Would I launch strikes in Mexico to stop drugs? It's okay with me.
Oh, well, if it's okay with you, then sure, let's have a little war. That'll be a fun little detour on your path to getting the Nobel Peace Prize next year, President Trump. But that said, he has more on what I guess is the
Whatever we had to
impending
do to
war.
stop drugs. Mexico is... Look, I looked at Mexico City over the weekend. There's some big problems over there. If we had to, would we do there what we've done to the waterways? You know, there's almost no drugs coming in through our waterways anymore. Isn't it down like 85%?
It is, sir.
I don't know who the 15% would be.
Yep.
It wouldn't be you.
No, that's for sure.
No, I think it's been...
Tons and tons of...
You would say that's a big signal.
Absolutely.
Would I do that on the land corridors? I would absolutely. Look, every boat we knock out, we save 25,000 American lives. Not to mention the destruction of families.
Because I don't know what is my favorite part of that is one is them now coming up with a new euphemism, which is it's not war with Mexico, it's bombing the land corridor. The land corridor has traditionally been called Mexico. It would be bombing a sovereign nation, but I guess that sounds not PC enough, so we're going to go with bombing the land corridor. I love him turning to all of his aides and be like, hey, you wouldn't want to be randomly murdered at sea, would you? And he's like, no, I would not want to be murdered at sea. It's very fun that way. And I didn't even know this, Trey. Each boat that they bombed didn't just kill some potentially innocent fishermen, it saved 25,000 American lives. Well, they've blown up like 20 now, so I'm assuming when the yearly drug death count comes out, it's going to be 0 for 2025, I would guess. What do you think?
Yeah, probably be, commensurate with next year's number of pounds lost. Remember RFK Jr. said that Americans were going to lose like 500 million pounds or something like that in the next year because of the Maha efforts. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as you just saw with the McDonald's clips a little ago, they literally just say things. They've done that. And the cliche of the lying politician has been around our entire lives, but they've just really taken it to whole new heights. It's just completely shameless. They just say whatever he in particular, but all of them really just say whatever they want, and people just like nod their heads and go, literally, yes, sir, that's right. Oh, very impressive. Oh, that sounds great. Like it's not completely insane. But I just don't. We all know America. We collectively have a goldfish memory in this country and everything. But this is all about the drugs or whatever. I mean, I recall we fought a war with drugs, and drugs won. I feel like everybody knows that drugs won the war on drugs, and that's because drugs can't lose. I don't know if you know anything about drugs. There's no, but obviously this actually has nothing to do really with the drugs. Probably it's just him. It's just some more mongering stuff. It's a nice distraction anytime some wag the dog shit or whatever. Who knows? But it's probably the drugs are just a justification, but even in that context, it's stupid. So
if it was really about the drugs, they'd seize the boat and they'd show the drugs. Again, many of the boats couldn't have even made it to America. This is all just absurd. And the idea that you turn to Kristi Noem as if she knows anything about this. Mm-hmm. She spent the past 6 months filming commercials. She doesn't know about Tren de Aragua. She doesn't know about the boats. Stop playing. This is all just cosplay. But anyway, it's also not the only war we're apparently about to start. Mexico is one thing, but he's setting his sights on something perhaps even bigger. Take a look.
You suggested
Is there what?
It sounds like there's a follow-up there. Can I ask you about Venezuela?
I thought you said there was a polyp, and I said, I don't want to hear that.
Okay. You suggested you've made a decision about what you want to do next about Venezuela. I understand you don't want to tip your hand, but is there anything you're ready to rule out at this point? Are you ruling out U.S. troops on the ground?
No, I don't rule out that. I don't rule out anything. We just have to take care of Venezuela.
Yeah, we just have to. I looked at Mexico City and I didn't like it, so maybe we bomb them. We have to take care of Venezuela. Again, this is your peace president, everybody. Nobel Peace Prize, anti-intervention. We're going to start bombing our neighbor to the south, and we're not even going to stop at bombing Venezuela, the land corridor. Troops on the ground. That's where that's moving. And look, this isn't the first indication. We're sending aircraft carriers and everything. Like, everybody needs to wake up that this is what the bombing the boats is not about drugs, especially when fentanyl doesn't even come from there. It's a pretext to get people comfortable with the idea that we're in a military conflict with this country. And then once you've got them comfortable with that, then you can bomb the land corridor and then you can land some troops. I mean, they already have the CIA operating on the ground there, and eventually troops. And Donald Trump will have once again got us into a massive actual war on the ground. Really fast thoughts, Trey. I know we're running out of time.
Well, yeah, like as you alluded to, just a huge chunk of the support he had, especially I feel like in parts of like the comedy world or entertainers or like younger people and whatever else. But a big thing that they hung their hat on with him was the like isolationist stuff, right? Like you said, like if nothing, I don't care, whatever. Those wars are none of our business. Like let's worry about here at home. That's supposed to be a big thing for them. And so, you know, where are those people now when he's doing this? Because they're probably beating the drums, I would imagine. Most of them are just, you know, flip-flopped overnight. Actually, I forgot I love war. How'd that slip my mind?
It's a lot of fun.